bad.
I'm not trying to say I'm any sort of a. I don't know what I'm doing.
What?
It's been a fucking week, okay?
What?
That's
Oh,
fair.
you go ahead and talk to the old Roush Knight like that? What? I don't think so, son. Not by a long shot. Brothers, sisters, and gender resistors. What? Welcome to a brand new episode. I'm not doing the whole place. I don't want to lose Chris. Yeah, I don't want to lose Chris.
Good enough.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, this week sucked. I entered a chili competition, and I would argue that I did probably the best chili I've ever made in my entire life. And I didn't even place in any category.
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what the problem was, don't you? You're an actual chef, and they were probably expecting beans slopped in with hamburger.
Well, okay. So first off, traditional chili category, every single one of them had beans. Traditional chili does not have beans. So I was calling kind of shenanigans on that to begin with. Nobody actually knows what a chili is. That's fine. Secondly, my association with a company that I work for, I think was detrimental to me because all the places that won were like local businesses that needed the advertisement.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I don't like being the guy that's like, this seemed a little rigged, but they were congratulating people before they were even finished tasting all of the chili entrants.
That seems rigged.
Yeah,
that's
and taking photos with them and congratulating them on winning judges category. So I don't know, man. And then also I was supposed to go on a date today, but they had to cancel because their iron was really low and they were getting blood work done, and then they needed an infusion, and it makes them super nauseous afterwards, so they had to cancel on me.
That sucks.
So like that's a new one. That's a new excuse to cancel on a date. Listeners, you can just say you don't want to go out. You don't have to say I needed a blood infusion to get out of going on a date with me specifically. You can just say I'm not interested. It actually hurts way less. Brothers, sisters, gender resistors. We're gonna hop in a time machine. And we're gonna go back to what, 1999?
2000, I think.
2000.
Was this really 2000? I thought this was
dude.
Right at the end of 1999.
I mean, that might have been when they filmed it, but
well, yeah. Obviously. It came out. Hold on. It came out February 18th of 2000. So it was being filmed, obviously, 99. But
okay, well, unregardless, we're gonna get in a time machine, and we're gonna go back in time to 2000. Where a young man named Vin Diesel is about to change the fucking world.
Was he young? Or was he still 40 and he just stayed like 40 to 50 from then until now?
No, he had hair in this still. He was pretty young.
Yeah, he was shaving it off.
He wasn't shaving. Okay, first off, he didn't shave anything off. He literally slathered like greasy honey over his head and then just wiped the greasy honey off with his knife that was duller than my butter knives at home. Like there was no shaving about that scene was so
cringy.
They could have at least,
it was cringy.
Yes, it was. They could have at least put little stubbles of hair in it when he was wiping off the blade on the little cup.
They did not have money in the budget for that, buddy.
No, apparently not.
So here's the thing about this movie. By the way, we watched Pitch Black from 2000. I'm Chuck. Joe's eating fucking pizza, and Ron's here, and I think we're both equally pissed off about things not pertaining to this movie, but somehow we'll be taking it out on Vin Diesel's ass specifically for the next hour.
Well,
wait, Ron, actually, Ron, hold on. You weren't here for the meeting, but Joey would like us to keep it under 45 minutes, and then 15 minutes of that last hour. If we could get our reviews in, that would be great. I thought I'd bring you in on the loop of that. We've been running a little long lately, and Joey doesn't want to have to put in another commercial break.
Actually, I think I told him that before, and we still go hour and a half.
That's true. Joey has said something like that. I just assumed it was a disregarding thing and like not to listen to it.
Oh, thanks. Did you not listen to the last episode of Comic Book Rewind where it was 2 hours long?
I was in the middle of listening to it actually before we
it was 10 commercial breaks.
Yeah, but that was, way back when.
Yeah.
I like the idea
got more
better.
Of those.
I like the idea better that Ron did hear it, but instead of disregarding it, decided that he's just going to purposely run longer. Because
that actually tracks more with Ron.
Yeah, because you specifically told him not to.
We have the more money Joey makes, okay? I am doing this for my friend.
The longer I go, though, the less commercial breaks I put in, because I don't want to submit our listeners to longer commercial breaks than they have to listen to.
The longer
if I can get away with actually having no commercial breaks, I would and still get paid. But commercial breaks is how we get paid, and I don't want to have like 3 commercial breaks.
Pitch Black,
it's important to stay under an hour, or Chris gets vocally aggravated with us.
An hour and a half isn't bad.
Check the archives. Check the archives. The section. First off, shout out to my best friend Chris. Miss you, brother. R.I.P. He's
back
not
in a couple weeks.
He's not dead. I just miss him. You could hear it in section 31 where he was already irritated because he had to watch that movie. Him progressively get more irritated after the 1 hour mark.
Don't get me wrong. Anytime Chris was on, we are pretty good about getting out about an hour, and shortly after an hour is I think the longest we went was like an hour and 10 with Chris on.
That's true. Unlike probably this episode, which will be an hour and a half. Look. Probably. We watched Pitch Black. Y'all remember this movie?
Yes.
So I've only seen it one whole time before this. I've seen like bits and pieces of it. Yeah, I remember it being a whole hell of a lot better than this.
Yeah, I remember my dad renting it at some point and watching it and enjoying it. Like I really, really liked it back in late 2000, early 2001.
Old,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
or 16, I was 17 or whatever.
I was 16 or 17. Yeah, and I was like, man, this movie's awesome. And seeing the trailer alone would have been like, oh, this premise looks great, and it is a good premise. It's a good idea for a movie. And back then it was, and then obviously we got a couple sequels out of it years later. Although, which is by the end of the movie, I still question how we got sequels for it, but that's a whole different matter.
It's called cult followings.
And that's really what it was, because the movie itself bombed in theaters.
Yeah.
And once it hit home release, that's when it garnered the success. And that's when everybody was like, oh my God, this is an amazing movie. You should watch this. And people did, and people enjoyed it. And don't get me wrong. I did too back in the day. I've got this movie. I think I bought this movie like at least twice because I had it when it originally came out on DVD. And then I got like the collection, like the 3-movie collection on DVD. Maybe actually 3 times because I also got it on Blu-ray so I could get the digital version. Because I watch this digitally on my Amazon because I don't have to buy it. But
no, I think I paid $3 to rent it or something.
Yeah. So, like I've got two different copies, a DVD and a Blu-ray of it. If I had known that, I probably could have let you borrow one of those around. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. What about you, Chuck?
Oh, what am I, chopped liver? I can't borrow one?
I've offered you my Amazon, my digital services multiple times, and you said, no, I don't want to do it. That's illegal.
No, I believe my exact words were, that's too much fucking work for me to have to figure out how to log out of mine and back.
That's also true.
Yeah.
But no, I do remember this. I really enjoyed it back in the day. I have thoughts and feelings this time around.
I know that I've seen this before. So what I remember is the trailer. I remember the trailer crazy style because a lot of the best scenes from this movie were in the trailer.
Yeah, right.
The most iconic scene for me is when the entrepreneur dude who has all the antiques and stuff is in the cave and he has the flame and he takes a swig of the alcohol and he spits it at the flame.
Yes.
And you see all the aliens around him. Like, that is a very, like, burnt into my memory iconic scene.
Yeah.
That I genuinely love. I just, something about that scene just sets well with me every time. I didn't see this, though, until Chronicles of Riddick came out.
Okay.
And I found out that Pitch Black was, I guess, technically the sequel. Chronicles of Riddick is the prequel.
No, the other way around.
No, Pitch Black is the first movie. Pitch Black is the first movie.
Yeah.
Chronicles is it Riddick second?
Yeah, Chronicles of Riddick is the third movie.
Yeah.
Chronicles of Riddick explain why he became a prisoner.
No.
Okay, no, hold on. Chronicles of Riddick explained what happened to everybody else that's like Riddick.
Is that not the prequel then?
No. Oh no.
To this?
Yeah, because Jack shows back up. The little girl from this is in Riddick, and she's an adult.
So it's also super important to know that I also never saw Chronicles of Riddick.
Riddick is the second one, yeah, and then Riddick is the third one.
Wait, there's a third one?
Yeah, it's just Riddick.
I've never seen
what
that.
I did play was the Chronicles of Riddick video game, which was arguably one of the best 360 games ever made. That may be maybe that's the prequel.
I think
you're right. Yeah, and that one I've heard was actually a decent game.
Oh, so it's legitimately ranked like one of the best 360 games ever made.
Yeah,
you play as Riddick?
Yeah, you play first person. It's like a first person shooter puzzler.
Okay. And my next question is are you as edgy in that game as Riddick tried to be?
Yes, you are. Yes, you're just as the edgelordiness of this is painful, to say the least.
Yeah, and it, like, he leaned so far into it. This may have actually been the rise of the incel.
He reminds me of every super senior in high school that smoked cigarettes because they were legally allowed to at my high school. Like, just I don't give a shit. I'm just here to get my.
He sounds like he's been smoking for like 10 years, or.
Well, that, and like he's older than everyone, so he thinks he of all the kids because he should be a sophomore in college now, but he keeps fucking flunking out, and he's like old enough to buy cigarettes, and he's just telling everybody the moment where he's having a conversation with the guy from Has Been Hotel, the super religious dude. Keith David is the actor. Yeah. He's from Has Been Hotel. His voice is like it stuck out to me. I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. It was Has Been Hotel.
Keith David is just one of those. He's also, Rick and Morty. He's president of Rick and Morty.
He's in Rick and Morty. He's in a lot. So yeah, he just has a very distinct
Keith
voice.
David. Yeah, he's a great actor. Keith
David's character, which I can't remember his name now, says to Riddick that like, oh, you're just like an atheist. You don't believe in God or whatever. And his response is, oh, you don't know who I am or what I've been through. I believe in God. I just think he fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I fucking hate him. Was just like, oh my, like the biggest I was on the treadmill and I audibly went, ugh. Because like I guarantee you there were people who heard that as like, I'm going to remember this line when I'm having a conversation with somebody who's like marginally religious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was, oh God, the cringe level in this was unbearable, and yet I kind of enjoyed it because it reminded me of simpler times, I think. This was weirdly nostalgic for when I would have seen this, which would have been 2004, somewhere around there.
Yeah, because Chronicles of Riddick came out in 2004, which I actually thought it came out later than that. But
I may have seen this came
out 10 years after Chronicles of Riddick, and that's where the gap was for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I may have either seen this on TV on like TNT.
Sci-fi. It would have been Sci-fi or TBS or something like that. It definitely aired on one of those 3 channels.
Yeah, especially when Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah.
But I would have gotten this in the mail from Netflix when they were
that's a possibility.
Mailing out DVDs. So, but yeah, I don't know. Just there was also, this isn't going to mean anything to you guys, but maybe there's some listeners who watch wrestling. The current run of Jon Moxley babyface is just Riddick from Pitch Black, and now that I've said that, they're not going to be able to unsee it because he is just the same. But he makes it look cool, and this was cringy and painful.
Well, he makes it look cool now, but 26 years from now, we'll see how cool he seems.
Yeah, you got a good point. Yeah. 20 years from now, I'm gonna be like, God, that character was fucking awful.
The thing that kills me is like right at the beginning, like when he starts like, they say that cryogenics leave only the animal part of your brain awake. Well, since I'm all animal, I'm all awake. I can smell the women and the booze and the fear in their eyes, and I can smell it all from here. Like, dude, it was just.
Well, did he smell them all before everybody went into cryo sleep, or is it because he was actually still awake?
Like, I don't know.
But because everybody else was in cryo sleep, so how could he smell everybody?
Because he's got that good of a nose.
He's got that dog in him, I guess.
But like, he comes like right from the get-go. He comes off as so cringe-worthy, edgy that like it ruined the rest of the movie for me, because I'm like, oh God, I didn't realize it was that bad. Like I remembered it. I was expecting it to be a little like, cringy or whatever, because it was, 2000 and Vin Diesel.
But it's also before Vin Diesel really blew up. Like, we didn't really know who Vin Diesel was back in 2000.
But it didn't change the fact that this is the character he plays in everything. And actually, wasn't he in Triple X before this?
No, I think Triple X came after this.
Triple X was after Too Fast, Too Furious.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So, 98 was Saving Private Ryan. Iron Giant was 99. Pitch Black was 2000. Fast and Furious was 2001. Triple X was 2002.
Okay. So,
Knockaround Guys was 2001. Amanda Part was 2003. Chronicles of Riddick 04. Pacifier 05. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift was 06. Oh, Hitman. I forgot he. Exactly.
Oh, right. He's not in Too Fast, Too Furious.
He is not.
No, that's the whole point. Right.
Yeah. Because they were trying to do something different, and then it's like, oh no, we actually sucked without him in it. So we need to bring him back.
We need Vin Diesel to come save the franchise.
Yeah.
I forget that he's in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, that's one of his first movies.
Yeah. He's great in that movie. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, for Tom Hanks being in a war movie, I think it's really good. Widely documented on the show, I am not a Tom Hanks guy, so.
But then also, Iron Giant being another big movie for him.
Also forget he's in that.
Yeah, he's the Iron Giant. He's the voice of Iron Giant.
I forget that he's the voice of the Iron Giant. For some reason, I just think that that's nobody. Like I know it's a voice actor, but for some reason, I just never think of it as being like, oh, it was Vin Diesel.
Again, because it was also his early role before he became a name.
Yeah, really rude that you don't include his commercial for Street Sharks, but
well, that's not on the filmography.
Sir, that is a film masterpiece. What are you talking?
Oh, no, you're right. But it doesn't show up on the Wikipedia filmography, okay?
The leather vest with matching pants, and he puts Slam Moo on his hand and fucking it's
great. Dude, I love that commercial. It's great.
There's Funko Street Sharks the other day. I saw them. They had Slam Moo, and I was like, oh shit, Slam Moo was my favorite. I don't collect Funkos anymore, but how are they still in business? That's crazy.
Yeah, that thing is.
I think they filed for bankruptcy lately, like recently.
Funko?
Too. Yeah, or they were going to need to file for bankruptcy, something like that.
That actually sounds right. I remember somebody else saying something about that too. Like apparently they haven't been doing the sales like at all because nobody wants to collect them anymore. Except diehard collectors and
yeah.
Well, that tracks.
They don't make any money off third market flipping, so
yeah.
Well, yeah, because they made so flipping many of them.
They made so many of them. They have way too many licensings. Yeah. They need to scale down their shit. But anyway, there is I'm sure there's a Chronicles of Riddick pop if we look for it.
Probably.
But the eyes aren't black; they're shiny.
Yeah. They painted them like blue.
They got Teflon coating on them, or whatever he says. But like, so we get the beginning of the movie where he's in there and like he can smell everybody, and then they get hit by like a meteor shower or something.
Yeah,
and it throws them off course. The captain dies. The girl and the other dude wake up that are actually like a part of the ship's crew.
Yeah, Fry, and then I can't remember the other guy's name because he gets killed off real quick.
Yeah, he gets killed off early.
But no, what I find really funny is after they crash, Fry. Then the whole thing of Fry being
trying to dump the passengers.
Yeah.
So now I have a question. Were there passengers in the other compartments that she had already dumped then?
There must have been because we see the one guy show up and he's like, he gets killed off by, what's his name, Zeke, when he shows up to the rest of the people. So there had to have been.
That's what I'm saying. So like she had already dumped.
No, wait. No, hold on. I don't think there was, because if you remember when they're coming down, the side panel gets ripped open, and like
that's right.
A few of the tanks, a few of the cryo sleep chambers get ripped out.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't. Maybe there wasn't actually.
There was like 3 of them that get ripped out because on the X-ray like casting photos, it was the like photo of their like scanned face that was like really? Shown. Yeah, because this is like the only thing that they were in.
Whoops. But no, so when Fry gets asked what happened, she says something swiped at us. You literally saw the meteors kill your captain.
Yeah,
nothing swiped at you. What are you talking about?
But okay, it was very Starship Troopers-esque in the idea of like, oh, what hit us? Oh, it was actually my fault. I'm just not going to admit it.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was very surprised in the crash how none of the liquor bottles in that sarcophagus broke,
and they were all,
or even the sarcophagus didn't break.
Yeah, and they were all just wrapped in that like thin foam,
like little net. Paper thing.
Yeah, that. Let me tell you what, that stuff, it will keep stuff from banging together, but it will not keep stuff from breaking.
Not in a crash.
But maybe the sarcophagus was also in like its own like special place, and we just didn't get to see him opening up all the foam that was around that. Maybe it was in like a 0G stasis, to where it all throughout the landing it was just floating, and
Yeah, but there was gravity in the ship itself. Remember? That's why the one guy was all confused that he fell. He's like, I shouldn't be falling. There should be no gravity here. Or maybe the inner sarcophagus was made of all foam. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe it wasn't a real sarcophagus. Maybe that was just his luggage, and he just thought it was cool.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, honestly, maybe.
But yes, they didn't make him like a smuggler. Actually, like make all that stuff like illegal. I didn't really understand why he was there. Otherwise,
he was using them to travel because he didn't want to go through the main traveling lanes because this cost less money, is basically what it sounded like.
Yeah, I remember him saying this the last time after they crashed. He said something like, "This is the last time I ride coach" or whatever.
Yeah,
which I mean, that was true. It was the last time he rode coach.
Yeah, it's
literally
true. Yeah. There was that one cringy part where Riddick's like walking with him or something. He introduced himself, hands him the bottle. He's like, "Oh, be careful with it," and Riddick just chugs it like it was nothing because he's so cool.
So, okay.
Because the iced tea that was in there, he just drank.
All those idiots that were drinking the booze, alcohol dehydrates you.
They even say that in the movie.
Mentions that, yeah. But that was the only liquid that they had. So, like, oh, we need something to keep us hydrated, I guess.
No. Anyways, so counterproductive, but
until they do find water at that little station.
Well, the intention, I think, because like sailors used to drink alcohol too as a way to like keep their mouth wet. was like the intention. It was just to keep it because of the salty air would make your mouth really dry. Like,
but booze will make your mouth dry. Like hard liquors like that. They were drinking whiskey.
It was like the 1600s, man. They weren't smart about it. But you can't keep water on a boat; it goes bad.
They also got scurvy all the time. So
water on boats all the time. They kept it in barrels and stuff, Chuck. Like you had to have water to ship to sail, or you would die.
No, you have the alcohol because the alcohol survives. That's why alcohol was so popular.
Alcohol was popular back then for the same reason it's popular today, because it's harder than hell to make it through life without it.
I do just fine. Thank you very much. Actually, I want to kill myself on a regular basis.
Well, don't do that. We'd have to find another third person to be on the show, and nobody will have your charisma, Chuck.
Nobody wants to come on this show. What are you talking about?
Oh,
we can get Chris occasionally. That's it. Yo, this shirt makes me look fucking yoked.
Maybe that's
Jordan occasionally too.
Maybe that's just all the trips to the gym, Chuck.
Oh no, I haven't had a great regimen lately. I've been trying to get caught up on sleep.
But speaking of being yoked in your shoulders and stuff, Riddick just pops both of his shoulders out of socket.
Yeah, that
and then
seem physically possible.
But he can still pick them up and around after he pops them out of socket. That's not how that works. And then he
disagrees.
Right back in.
You forgot about the badass factor, okay?
I didn't forget about how bad the CGI looked on that, though.
Yeah,
the badass factor meter or BAMF.
But then,
thank you, Nightcrawler.
But then he later on, like the dude breaks his wrist and he just pops that back into place.
Yeah, well, like it was it the wrist or like was it?
It was
like
right
arm?
here in the middle of his arm. Yeah,
like the forearm.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, watch this. Whoop! I don't have bones. I've just got those little connectors.
I believe he has healing capabilities.
It does get explained in one of the movies, and I don't remember which one. But yeah, he's got something
going on.
He's got something.
Yeah, he's supposed to be superhuman.
Right. So they get on the planet, and they're there, and when the one suns come up and they have the color saturations, like,
oh my god,
I hated so bad the color saturations in this.
This was such
terrible.
a 2000s filtered movie.
It was also so inconsistent too.
Mm-hmm.
So
like
much.
Sometimes it'd be red, and then sometimes it'd be blue, and sometimes it'd be like that weird yellow. And
not even that. Like so, after Zeke gets killed, okay, and they're looking at Fry is looking into that little tunnel, and so the outside it's got a little blue tint to it. But anytime she's looking, because that
the blue sun hadn't come up yet.
No, I think it's out by this point in time.
Yeah,
that's right. Never mind. Yeah.
But like she is in that hole looking, or she's in the hole that he dug, looking into the hole that he found. But the camera's in the hole looking at her, but it's just normal lighting because they couldn't figure out how to actually light that in the blue tint, in the blue hue. And it's just like, make it consistent at least, you know?
Also, when she's crawling through that hole, I swear to God, the director had to be like, okay, so what I need you to do is just really arch your back hard while you're crawling on the floor. Because she was like full on, like her back was doing like this. Her ass was up in the air and she was like, unless that's just how she crawls, I guess. But I feel like that was definitely, they were trying to sexualize her crawling.
Now, I don't remember that in Silent Hill, but I don't think she was crawling around the Silent Hill, so I don't know.
Riddick cutting her hair and then like smelling it.
Yeah, that was creepy as fuck.
That was like a shout out for the incels, right? Like,
also, how
it has something to do with his. I hate that I know this, but it has something to do with his powers, like the smell. He has like heightened smell.
Sure.
And in that point, he like could. It has something to do with like he's able to then find her. Like if she goes disappearing or missing,
he's like a bloodhound.
Yeah, because he like has her pheromone smell, which is what the movie was trying to get in like Act 3, where he had to go back and get her or whatever, for like a hot second, even though he wasn't going to go back the whole time. Like that whole fucking point was stupid. But yeah, the sniff thing, because in the video game, he has an ability to track people through smell.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that makes more sense, but it came off more.
Oh no, it's still fucking creepy as shit, and there was no need for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like,
that's something the cool guy would do. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, he's just an admirer from a distance, but he's so broken and shattered. I also there's two things. One, have we not already watched a movie where like the premise is the fucking kid who looks like a boy is actually a girl and they're on their period and it's causing a bunch of fucking problems? Was that not in Alien Requiem?
No, that because we found out in Alien Requiem that Winona Ryder's character was a cyborg.
What's the one where there was the little girl?
That was the blood Bordello of not Bordello of Blood, Knights, Demon Knights. The little kid in that was actually a girl, wasn't it?
But she wasn't on her period. No, it was like an alien specific movie.
Oh.
With a little girl?
Yeah, there was like a young kid. And the whole premise was they didn't know she was a girl until she started getting her period. I swear it was in one of the Alien movies that we watched. But when was there a kid in the Alien movie?
Just in the second one.
Second one, but
Aliens, where they find the little feral girl.
Yeah, but they knew she was a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they killed her off at the very beginning of 3, and that was the whole controversy why everybody hated 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I swear, like, we've seen this storyline before.
And you might be right. It's just not ringing a bell for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I swear I remember this before. I like the whole premise. Like, not even like it was a young girl they didn't realize was on her period. It was, we thought you were a boy, come to find out you are a girl and you're on your period, and that's why the antagonist of the story can find us. Maybe I'm just Mandela affecting from this movie.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out when we like you'll message us in the voice chat like 30 minutes after we get done recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember the exact time. Yeah.
But I do want to go back to the haircutting thing because it's really weird how he was able to slice a piece of her hair off with that makeshift knife that he had, and she didn't feel it at all.
I thought at that point in time he still had his real knife.
No, that was like a
bone knife.
That was a bone knife.
Yeah, this one wasn't even like metal. Yeah.
So, and I mean, yeah, she was distracted talking to John.
One of his other powers that you don't know about is everything that he holds is actually sharp, whether it's sharp or not.
Sure. Okay. Why not?
Yeah. So I can't remember where it is but he's trying to sound super edgy, and he's like, yeah, you hit this spot, and then he's talking like, yeah, you drink the blood's a little coppery, but you can get rid of that if you cut it with peppermint schnapps. And it's like,
I think it's when she comes in while he's like locked. Oh, he's like chained up.
Yeah.
And she wants to see his eyes or something like that.
That's right. And he's like, come closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 20 menthols, I can get you the surgery done. Dude, that's the cheapest surgery anybody has ever had, even in prison. 20 menthols. Like, come on. Nobody's doing surgery for 2 packs of cigarettes.
Oh, we don't know what menthols are in this world.
No, he literally said cigarettes.
Did he say cigarettes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
20 menthol cigarettes, and I can get you the same surgery.
20 menthol cigarettes.
Yeah, but you have to find a doctor who is, whatever he said, like not great or something. I don't remember. I just know it comes back. That whole conversation comes back later on.
Right.
In the second movie.
But another thing, so the guy, the mercenary, the Johns, when he's like, yeah, we need to wait till the very last minute to get the power, because if we have the power Riddick is just going to be able to steal this from us, even though like we haven't patched the wings and it won't actually fly yet. He's going to find some way to steal it from us if we don't wait till the very last minute to get the power.
Or go get the stupid power cells, or maybe bring more than just one. But go get the power cells so that I don't know, you can maybe see if the ship will actually power up.
Exactly. That was the other thing I was getting at. It was like they waited till the very last minute to make sure the ship even ran.
Yeah. Like
because just because it turns on doesn't mean that it's actually going to start up and fly.
Yeah, Johns could have saved everybody if he had actually just let Fry go get the cells and get everybody off the planet.
But another thing though, when the planet like start like covering up the sun or whatever, when the eclipse happens, if those planets were that close to that planet to where you could see the rings of the planet as it was coming up to cover the sun,
which I will admit was pretty cool,
it would have been so close that it would have thrown off the gravity of that planet.
Not necessarily. If that was how that gravity, if that's how that planet was.
But see, that's the thing. That planet would have been, that'd be like us having Jupiter where our moon is at.
Okay.
Look how little our moon is when you see it in the night sky. Okay.
Sometimes it's big.
As big as the moon gets, that's the closest thing to us in the solar system, right?
This is a totally different solar system. This is totally
that
different.
Doesn't change how gravity works.
This is a totally different science fiction thing. See, fiction.
But anyways, as soon as that planet would have started coming into orbit, they would have been able to jump like 500 feet in the air because the gravity of that planet would have been pulling against the gravity of this planet. And since
so what you're saying is that he was being over exaggerating when he was dragging those power cells. He should have been able to just like lift them up with.
He should have just been able to swing him around his head and run. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, if it took all of them pulling that hard and he could do it by himself that whole time, he just wanted them to die.
Well, yeah. He literally tried to leave them in a cave.
I mean, that's fair. But that was after they became a real hindrance to him.
Yeah. Well, they were always a hindrance to him.
But the curator guy or the booze guy, when he's like wrapped in the cords and he starts running away, like, and not one of them didn't just reach out and like snap his cord off of that thing.
Well, no, because they were too busy trying to save Jack because she had taken the cords off to go grab the flare. And so they were focusing on her because she was the problem.
Sure.
Attracting the monsters to her. And Paris, the curator guy, was freaking out and not paying attention, not thinking, and just ran off and dragged the power cell or whatever the heck that was away. And
one more thing that I would like to throw out about the light thing. So when they are in the cave and they have the one that's like dead or whatever, or wherever they were at, or they had the one that they like ran the light across that showed like the skin bubbling.
Yeah.
As much of a feeding frenzy as those animals were into, there's no way, and as fast as they could move, there's no way that light would have kept them at bay like that. They would have just run in there, eaten them, and then ran away.
Well, yes, but also this movie does something that drove me nuts, and I'm surprised we didn't hear Joe bitch about it more, which is the inconsistency of how the aliens are affected by light.
Oh, yeah, no, I was getting there. Because when what's his name, Ali, I think, goes into the coring room and finds the little tiny flying ones, when the light is all in that room and they're flying around, they should have died immediately.
Yeah, nothing happens to them.
But they're flying around the room constantly, and then they go into the core.
Well, not only are they flying around the room, when he runs towards the exit, that was the big bright hole, right? They run in between him and the hole in the wall, which was the brightest place where the light was coming from.
Right. So, like, it makes no sense.
Yeah. But either way, like, the light doesn't seem to affect them nearly as much as they play it off in this movie. And it's kind of a big plot hole for me because it makes everything just even that much less, like, I don't know, dangerous, because they could have all literally just had flashlights.
Well, even when they did, it didn't seem to do anything. Well, and even like the moments when the light was around, like, sorry, the time when I hit a button. The time when they were regrouping and they had the flames, the one Molotov cocktails, I guess, and Imam, Keith David's character, was patching up his last student, and then his student gets grabbed up and gets taken away. Like, they had a couple lights there.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big source or anything, but
it was still just as much light as they had when they were running away, and none of them would come near them.
Right. So it's just like, what's going on? How is
it was only for plot convenience that worked out,
basically, and which is kind of what a lot of this movie was.
Kind of like Riddick running in front of everybody with the like 2 lights on his back. Never got touched, but the people that were in the glowing rings of light, like they were all around them the whole time,
constantly. There was a moment when Riddick was when he tests out the whole like blind spot theory. He lifts up the one skeleton eye. He's like, oh, that's a blind spot, and then immediately tests it out when he grabs hold of the eyes. I think whenever somebody was getting attacked, but like you can see the sensory, and you see the Riddick in the Daredevil sense as well. I don't know exactly what you want to call it, but you can see it in the sense stuff
in the fuzzy screen.
Yeah, it's like, well, that doesn't really, like, I remember the actual blind spot scene. I know that comes up later, but like in the first scene, it's like that. Okay, so the whole blind spot theory makes no sense. Why show this theory now? Is it because he is holding on to him and that it just didn't work out? But
maybe
no. So, like, you're talking about the scene at the end?
No, the first time he tries it. Like, he saved somebody from getting bit. And so, like, he's holding on to the guy's, the one alien's, like, eye appendages. And he's, like, the alien's, like, nipping at him. Ow, ow. I want to make noise. And, like, you see the sensory stuff, but you see his face in it. And then he, like, lets go and, like, rushes off or something.
Is that the one? Wait, is that the one when the second one shows up behind him?
No, that is the second scene that actually the
second one showing up because it starts yelling back and then it's able to fill in
then
the
it senses
spot.
it. Right, then it actually you actually see it like come through. But like the first time it happens, for some reason the blind spot doesn't work. It's like, so why?
Yeah,
why try it out the first time around?
Maybe it's just blindly swinging theory.
Maybe I don't know. Like the blind spot theory is cool in practice, and when it actually gets accomplished, it was a good theory. And then obviously when the second one shows up, it's like, oh shit, what's gonna happen to Riddick?
In between the two of them,
and
it would make sense with the theory, like that's why they're pack hunters, right? So they're all essentially screaming and hollering so they can fill in the full picture of, like, and be able to see.
That would be a good idea, yeah.
What I didn't understand was then why do they start killing each other? The aliens start like killing each other.
Hungry.
I think for food.
Was that the theory when they're running through the canyon?
There's no other food source on the planet.
They've eaten everything else on the planet, so they would eventually have to eat themselves.
Yeah.
All right.
But with that theory, it still doesn't make any sense at all, because then they wouldn't have been so bothered to get to these guys because they would have been so used to eating each other.
Yeah, they would have ate each other down in the caves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're literally in the caves for 22 years at a time. I don't know how long they're on the planet surface, because they never actually.
It would take a year for the planets to come back out of alignment.
That's kind of what I assumed. They never actually fully said it, but that's what we assumed.
But also with that assumption, it would have taken like months for the sun to eventually be covered up by the other planet. So,
but you also got 3 suns, so you could assume that 2 of them would be like in alignment in the eclipse, but maybe one of them could be out of it in time, so maybe it wouldn't take a whole year. Regardless,
Maybe.
long enough to where they wouldn't last, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the chick with the dark hair that's like thick and curly.
Claudia Black?
Yeah. Smoking hot.
Oh yeah. Always has been, always will be.
And
does the voice of oh shit, what's his name? In Uncharted.
The video game?
Yeah, the video game. Ron, help me out here.
Which chick? The dark-haired one?
Yeah.
All I know is
no, not Nadine.
Started with a C.
Chloe.
Chloe.
Thank you. She's also in Stargate.
Farscape.
Yeah, Stargate. No, she's in Stargate as well.
Oh, yep, Stargate.
Yeah, she was in Farscape. Her and another person from Farscape came on to SG-1 in like season 7, I think.
She was in Ahsoka also?
Yeah, she's one of the Night Sisters.
Nice. Oh yeah, she's also a voice in Dragon Age.
I feel like I've never given Stargate a fair watch. The movies are not great. If I remember.
So funny enough, I was gonna put the movie on the list, and I still technically should. There is a comic out there, but the problem is that we got the first OG movie, and then the second 2 movies technically take place after the series. So like they're not. I mean, they're connected, but they're not really like connected.
Was the movie that popular?
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Well, I remember it got franchised like crazy because I definitely had toys and I never saw the movie.
I enjoyed the movie. Like I thought the movie was really good.
I remember it.
Because so technically
is
is
that the movie where
Kurt Russell?
Yeah, and the little weird dude.
David Spade.
No,
not David Spade. Crap, what's his name?
Something Spader.
James Spader.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
Ultron. Or Blacklist. Oh, okay.
Creepy little dude with glasses. I don't know. Like he just always looks creepy in everything he's in.
Okay, so the original movie was great for its time. I haven't rewatched it since probably early 2000s because I think I may have watched it while the show was on at some point in time. I don't know how well it actually holds up.
I watched it on Netflix like a couple years ago because I saw it and I'd never seen it before. And yeah.
It's a good 90s movie.
So anyways, we're at 48 minutes. And,
for fuck's sake. Did you get through all your notes?
Nope. But it looks clear. That was my last note. Where he's that was one of the only parts that actually made me laugh when he's like, looks clear. And then the dude goes to do it and like the thing comes out and he's
I thought you said it was clear. I said it looks clear.
How's it look now? And he's like, looks clear.
That's one scene I remember. Because he get that little shrug.
Yeah.
Looks clear.
Yep, that was my last note.
The other super cringy part is when he's getting ready to leave, and after they've taken apparently his wife or whatever because they were in love and wanted babies together or something. I don't know. And she of course gets fucking iceboxed at the end of this because he can't. That's why he's never fallen for a woman because all they ever do is break his heart.
Okay.
And he's like in the ship. Listen, I'm literally telling you the same shit the super seniors in high school used to tell me. He's in the ship and he like starts it up and then he like shuts it down. And this is now the second like moment of cringiness where we've seen this like he has a plan, but he needs to get like a shitty little like fucking catchphrase in and not tell the people what he's doing. Because he did this the same time when he was like, she showed up to like, she's like, we have to go back and get them. And he's like, I'm not going back. You could just come with me though. Like you can come with me. And he just kept saying that over and over and over again. with the intention that he was going to go back and get them, but he wouldn't say it.
Was he though?
Yeah, he was being a fucking shitlord, Joe.
Yeah.
His intention was fully to go back. He wanted her to like be submissive.
He was hoping that she would offer him like, sexual favors if he went back to get them. It's basically what it was.
He was going back. I don't know. I'm fucking.
I mean,
what a
I'm not
douche.
sure he was actually.
See, that's the thing, though, Joe. You actually think that Riddick is the edgelord that he's portraying, but really he's just like, I gotta keep up this badass persona so these guys know that I'm a badass. Because I'm
the only reason I say that is because he stands up when everybody's like tired and what's his name gets captured and killed, and he's like, we're not gonna make it. He tells them to hide in this cave for right now. And then he literally goes over the ledge, and there is the encampment. And my thinking is, it's like, for Fry, it's like you should have realized where you were at, because when you guys left, you went through the bone graveyard. You guys just came through the bone graveyard on your way back. You're literally right there.
They don't have Teflon eyes; they can't see. Okay.
But you should have remembered where you're at. That's all I'm saying. Like, so I was.
So see, there's the problem. There's the problem because you apparently don't have to deal with people that have no idea where they're at any point in time.
Oh no, I deal with a lot of people at GM who are high as fuck all the time who don't know where they're at ever.
So that's what I'm saying.
So what Joey's saying is don't buy a GM truck in the third quarter of 2026
or any.
But what you're missing here is that they had this scene where they're like having this conversation. He reaches out his hand.
No, yeah.
And she's like, and then in the background, you hear fucking Chad Kroger and the guy from Saliva being like, "I'm so high, I can hear heaven," and the fucking ship like comes in and like saves them, and he's standing there and he reaches out to what a fucking shitlord he is. He knew he was gonna go back. He was just being a fucking Listen, they probably tried to pitch that song to him, but
that's fair. That's fair.
They didn't have the money in the budget
at that time. That was early 2000s. Oh, it would have been a fucking Breaking Benjamin song.
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been Diary of Jane blasting as the ship's flying over. Yeah.
Oh,
blow me away as he does the joke of like, oh yeah, well, that's the whole thing. He shuts the fucking power of the ship off. They're like, what are you fucking doing? We need to go. He's like, oh, it wouldn't be fair if we didn't say goodbye. And then he shut everything off.
Right.
And then all he had to do was hit the throttle and the engine just kicked on. So and then he proceeds to nail 147 of these things. Doesn't
without damaging the ship. Without damaging the ship.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Right.
Also, speaking of inconsistencies, for how much rain there was, he was dry in every fucking scene.
Yeah.
Regardless of the amount of rain that was happening. Everybody else had to stay wet. He was dry every time. That's one of his powers, actually. He automatically dries.
He
radiates heat.
Such anger that it keeps him dry.
Yeah, I guess. Anything else? It's 53 minutes, boys.
What's the kill count, Joey?
We're getting kind of closer.
Whatever. So got a kill count of 24, and that's all thanks to the aliens killing themselves. Otherwise, it would have been like 10.
Death per capita, though, pretty high.
Yeah.
They're the only people on the planet, and nearly all of them died.
Yeah, all but 3.
3 of them made out. It's fine.
I got a limb count of at least 2, possibly 3. I'm going to ask you about the third one. But we've got Shazza's lower half.
Yeah.
Claudia Black's lower half.
That was sad. That was real sad, actually.
Hassan getting cut in half, so his lower half as well. And then Zeke's foot is the one I have in question because I don't know if Hit got bitten off while he was alive or if he was dead. So
I don't remember either. I don't think we saw that, did we?
We didn't see it. We saw him get attacked in the hole. I marked him down as dead, but I don't know, again, when his body became dismembered. So,
well, that was probably after they killed him, unless they ate him.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So, I mean, they definitely ate him alive.
That's fair.
Ate all of them alive. So 2, possibly 3. For the count. Ron, bingo.
All right, so
probably gonna be kind of low. I'm assuming.
What's that?
Probably gonna be kind of low, if I'm assuming.
Yeah. So we kind of at the end we kind of had the responsibility thing, you know, like where he's like, oh, you know, I got to go back for him or whatever. For her at least. We had government interference because that was before I realized that Johns wasn't a cop, because I had actually forgotten that he wasn't a cop, and I wrote it down as government interference. Although technically he is working for a government if he's bringing him back to jail.
Yeah, he's a merc. He's a bounty hunter, so yeah.
Yeah. Comic logic. Hero designs costume because, you know...
Jack designed her own costume.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm assuming that Riddick picked out his own goggles and everything. It wasn't just, you know, ones that he had found. Betrayal by a friend. Animal cruelty, because they do kill a lot of these things. Unexplainable science. Again, hero kills because, you know, he's not actually a hero, but whatever. Sexual innuendo and meme origin.
What's the meme?
Oh, there's ones where like it's the picture. It's actually the picture you've got right there, and he's got his eyes glowing, and it'll say some stupid thing about, you know, like things that somebody can see that other people can't.
I've never seen that meme. Okay,
that's because it's Chronicles of or it's Pitch Black, you know. And yeah,
sure.
Matrix metrics.
Holy shit! This is like 1 out of 7.
That's the quickest rating I think we've ever gotten out of Chuck.
Yeah, it's not good. There is a moment where they're like, oh, they're figuring out that there's 3 suns, and the one hot girl is like on the blue screen filter at this point, and I think the sun's supposed to be behind her. Maybe she is so clearly standing in front of a green screen because she is a completely different like quality of video than everything around her. And I was just like, wow, this looks bad. I also definitely remember the aliens looking way cooler when I was younger, and they look like fucking,
they look like garbage.
Dookie in this.
Like, and their design doesn't even make any sense.
The design is so bad that they forget the anatomy of how these things work, because like the part when they take the kid when he's repairing the leg or whatever, the anatomy of this alien would not have been able to do that.
Yep.
Like it didn't make any sense. So yeah, like 1 out of 7. This was garbage.
That's fair.
Vin Diesel having his hair probably like computer generated on his head the whole time.
See, I would have even accepted that if they would have computer generated his hair away while he was shaving with that bad knife.
Ooh, yeah. If they just fuzz filter like the rest of it. Yeah.
Okay, so for not a Muppet, I was originally going to go with Claudia Black, but since she's not in most of the movie,
she's in half of it at least.
Half of her. But I went with Jack because I think it would be funny for like, instead of like putting on the goggles and like shaving her head like Vin Diesel, she just gets like a cloth and like sits it over her head and like puts gloves on her hands so she looks like a Muppet.
I like that. I like that. That's actually a good one.
Chuck.
I was thinking, what was his name? Ross, the security guy.
Oh, security guy, Johns.
Yeah, I was thinking him because him just being aggravated by a Muppet Riddick the entire time would have been.
And the fact that a Muppet Riddick had gotten such the jump on him that he actually stabbed him in the back and gave him pain.
Also, would explain how Riddick could pop his shoulders in and out. No problem.
That is true.
Yeah.
Or what if Riddick's the only Muppet?
That's also a good one.
I also thought that the main prime alien is the only thing that's not a Muppet, which would have been really funny because then it's Riddick versus an actual alien. Would have been enjoyable for me to watch. But like it's so like it's barely in the movie.
Well, there really
I
is
also
no prime. They're all kind of just there.
no the one that chases him down, the one where he figures where he faces off against it the second time when he tries to get in the blind spot.
That
That's
one was
supposed to be
all the rest of
it's
them.
like bigger and it had more of a humanoid body.
Oh,
so like I assume that was it was supposed to be the prime.
Well,
Which
I think also
there was a part of me that thought at the end of the movie where he like shut the engine off was like he needed to go kill that thing was like what he was like aiming to do or something. I don't know. Or he thought maybe she was still alive because he could smell her. Because I had remembered at that point that he had smell senses.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the prime alien to show up with her still being alive, like attached to his tail or something.
That would have been freaky as all. I'll get out.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe Fry would be an interesting one because her basically being, I don't know,
being willing to dump all the Muppets.
Well, basically that, but also maybe trying to be wooed by two Muppets, Johns and Riddick, would be interesting. And then her jumping on Riddick to be like, "You were gonna go back for them," be kind of fun. So
I also kind of like the idea of the girl, the kid girl,
Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah, that's what I'd said.
Yeah, because then she's just enamored by a Muppet and wants to be a Muppet. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah. Like that.
Alrighty.
Well,
that leaves us to our score. Chuck, out of 10, what you got?
All right. Is this a pitch black movie? Yes. Look, I actually did have fun with this. This is a weirdly nostalgic movie for me. It also is one of my favorite story tropes, which is ship crashes and they just got to survive, or like distress call and they get to a place and there's a bunch of aliens and shit. This is kind of one of those things for me. I am kind of like a weird Vin Diesel apologist to an extent. I think he got a lot of shit for a long time. And the very
and then
bro
you watched
side.
this movie and realized he deserved it.
I mean, I kind of get it now, but back then I probably thought he was fucking cool in this movie. If I had seen in 2000, in 2004, I probably thought like, oh, he was actually kind of cool, and I pick up on the shitty cringiness of it. But that being said, look, this isn't a good movie, but I still enjoyed it. There was enough action to keep me interested. I did kind of feel every hour and 40 minutes of it, though. I'm gonna say 5 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 1. Did you get all those twos, Joe? It's really
I did, you
scar.
son of a bitch.
All right, good. Yeah, I don't think it really deserved like one final two. You got to round it down a little bit. Yeah. Ronald?
There it is.
I did not have the nostalgia for this movie, even though I had seen it, like over 20 years ago now. It just, I don't know. There was so much absolute cringe in this. Like every line that Vin Diesel uttered was just like, really, dude? Like that's all right. I guess that makes you the badass of the movie or whatever. And the fact that the aliens changed size, shape, and consistency regularly throughout this, the obvious plot holes of like, oh, we have to wait to go back and get the power because Riddick can steal this thing if it doesn't have wings on it, but he can't steal it if it doesn't have power. Didn't make any sense. And the fact that the light had basically no effect on the aliens unless they needed it to for plot. I did enjoy some parts of this movie. Like some of the action was okay. But for the most part, I was just kind of blah with it. Like it was just whatever. I gave this a 2.02222 to 229.
Ooh. Okay. That's fair.
That 9 is even out the Chuck's.
Yeah. No, it's important. Did you get all the 2s though?
I hate both of you. I hate both of you. Give me a minute.
He's trying to figure out the number he has to have to make it come back up to a regular number.
No, I don't fuck with all that shit.
Yeah, Joey doesn't. Joey can't do
no,
that.
He doesn't.
I just gotta add it.
So did you know there's a movie while he's figuring out the scores. There's a movie that stars Stone Cold called Recoil.
Yeah, it's not good.
It didn't look good, but it came up after Chronicles of Riddick was like not Chronicles, but after Pitch Black was over.
Pitch Black? Yeah,
they suggested one of the suggestions, and I'm like,
yeah, they auto-played it. They just auto-played it to me. Yeah. Yeah. That was after he left WWE.
I mean, he looked kind of old in it, so that makes sense.
Yeah. And he was like just trying to like kind of figure out what he wanted to do.
Acting was not it, thankfully.
Listen, I love The Condemned. Like, for as terrible as that movie is, and of course, I have yet to make us watch Maximum Conviction. But he's great in Maximum Conviction. But that's only because Steven Seagal is so fucking terrible in that movie. That Stone Cold looks like
kill him.
Stand-up. No, they really don't interact with each other. Stone Cold's just kind of in the beginning of it. It's weird. Yeah, it's not great. But.
Okay.
He's in The Longest Yard too, as one of the like guards.
Is he? I thought that was
Yes, he is. I do remember that.
In with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Goldberg's in that one as well, I believe.
Yeah, Goldberg's in that as well. Yeah. That's a great movie. I think that movie. I think it's a sleeper of an Adam Sandler movie.
All right, Joey, did you figure
because it wasn't a comedy, it was more of a serious movie. All right, so I enjoyed this movie. This has always been a movie that I've always liked. This time around, there is still problems with it. I've noticed a lot more problems with it. Nostalgia is, I'll say, helping this one a little bit for me. But I still enjoy this movie. I enjoy the series. Now, that being said, it's been a long time since I've seen this whole series. We'll get to the movies when we get to them on the list. I don't know. There's problems with this one. The visuals were rough. Storyline was a little rough. But all in all, I still liked it for the most part. I gave it a 5.76, which gives us a combined score, if I did my math correctly, because I don't know, I just stopped counting the twos after a while.
That's
gives us a combined score. Up, man. We're trying to break ties here. Like, what the fuck? Where's the integrity, Joe?
I think I did it right. I tried counting. Gives us a combined score of 4.33. Which drops it in at number 136 out of 192 movies, just behind Flash Gordon from 1980 and Barbed Wire at a 4.39, and just above The Matrix at a 4.3.
I had more fun with this than I did The Matrix, so that's fair.
Do you have more fun with Barbed Wire than you did with this?
Yeah, yes, I believe I was very much a Barbed Wire apologist.
I think I liked Barbed Wire more than this too because there were boobs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I was very much on the I'm an Pamela Anderson apologist, and I really
is true.
I really actually kind of like this movie for the silliness of it. Hey, you know where you can also find the silliness of me? The last Sunday of every month, right here on this. If you're listening to the Comic Book Rundown feed, congratulations, you will be able to find me. If not, head over to the Comic Book Rundown feed. You can watch a little show called Getting Franchise, the latest, greatest in media franchises. where Ron came on and we did the Raid and the Raid 2, Raid Redemption and the Raid 2. Allegedly one of the greatest Indonesian action movies of all time. And I got to be honest, I can't fault that because I've never seen any other Indonesian action movies. I realize at this point it technically holds the title with me until I see other ones. After that, you can gear up and really be disappointed because it's on Pluto TV. Sorry, everybody. But we did our first director, creator, whatever spotlight where we talked about, who was it, Joey? Nagata?
Oh, geez.
All I have is Junji Ito in my brain, and that's not right. We watched Violent Jack and Devilman. That's the important thing.
My internet is like stupid slow at the moment. I don't know why.
We watched Devilman, Birth, and Violence Jack. We definitely recommend that you watch
Go in the Guy.
Thank you. I knew I was never going to remember that. It is really important that you watch Violence Jack in the correct order, which I believe was episode 2, episode 3, episode
1. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going to
it makes more sense that way.
It does. It makes a lot more fucking sense. Other than that, hey, you know what else you can find? Every Monday and Thursday is Kamen Rider Chronicles. That's right. Yep. And of course, every other Saturday. Every other Saturday is Comic Book Rewind over on the Comic Book Rundown channel. Kamen Rider Chronicles has its own feed that you can check out. Of course, you can check out this show and on its own feed if you haven't yet, every Friday. And more importantly, you can find Ron at Good at This Game, or find his art at Good Art This Game. You can find his art at our TeePublic store, listed in the description below. Head over there, get Arnie Punch and Snuffleupagus. Or hopefully at some point, the Muppet old guys doing the Akira walk to their chairs.
So this is a very hard scope to make, like the angle of it to actually
makes it fun.
To actually make them look like themselves without them just looking like the tops of random Muppet heads.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what makes it fun, though. It's a joke that if you listen to the show, you get it. Otherwise, people are going to be like, what the fuck is your shirt supposed to be? And that's my favorite kind of shirt. And lastly, go ahead. What?
And what we need to do is we need to get people to buy the shirts, to have them somewhere so people can buy it and then be like, you just don't understand the reference.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, Joey loves that. But Ron, we are 12 minutes over. So you can email us at comicbookrundown@gmail.com. You can find the show Comic Book Rundown on all social medias, and most importantly, if you write comments on our YouTube page, Joey will read them out, like this one. That was a great comment, Joe. Wow, thanks. You can just put that in post. Put it in post.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
Yeah. Did I get everything?
What's your recommendation for this week, Chuck?
My recommendation for this week is going to be no surprise to Joe. It's Genndy Tartakovsky's, I believe is how you say their name. Genndy Tartakovsky's Primal. Holy shit, I am almost done with season 1. I've never been more emotionally invested in a show in my entire life. If you love Samurai Jack, it's the same producer, I believe. I don't think creator. Executive producer. Did things like Samurai Jack, Dexter's Lab, apparently Hotel Transylvania. Who knew? But it is so good because there is very little dialogue. It's all action. Everything is done through action, and the music is phenomenal. It's one of the best shows I think that it's out there right now. It is. If I could give you. It's a caveman and a dinosaur just trying to survive in the world prehistoric times, but there's a ton of supernatural elements to it, which is really good. So if you like things like Conan, if you like things like Slain, the comic book from AD 2000, you're going to love this. I highly recommend it. That's my recommendation. I've been kind of obsessed with it. I'm really mad that there isn't a lot of merch. So, Ronald, recommendation?
Over the weekend, I watched the movie Novocaine.
Oh, that's a good movie. I've
I need
heard.
to watch that.
Was surprisingly good, and I would definitely recommend people go out there and watch it because like it's a little
Huey from The Boys, isn't it?
Yeah. What the hell is his name? Quaid.
Quaid. Real name.
Jack
right?
Quaid.
Huh?
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid. There we go. But yeah, really, really, really good movie. Like it has a lot of great action scenes in it, and I would recommend it. Joey, what's your recommendation for this week?
What we're getting at here. Time of recording, Resident Evil Rec Room just came out. I'm not playing it right now because I still have to play like the other 8 games. So
you've never played any of them? Is that what you're
saying?
I
have, but I wanted to replay them all before I played 9.
I think technically 10, right?
There's actually
there's like
15 or something.
Well, yeah, because there's all the remasters.
You got 1 through 9 now.
You have 0 through.
Then you have 0. Then you have
you got like Revelations 2. You've got like a bunch of
Survivor,
options. But the mainline games are 1 through 8, and then 0 if you want to count 0.
How could you forget? Or how could you not mention Code Veronica? I mean, come on.
That's 3.
No,
is that the third? No,
Resident Evil 3 is just Resident
Nemesis.
Evil. Nemesis.
3 is Nemesis.
Yeah. Resident Evil Code Veronica is not in the numbers.
Right. Sorry.
Right. I also believe that it was not actually released in the States or something like that.
It was.
PlayStation 2.
Was it?
It was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
there's one that was never actually released, so it's hard to find.
Right. Yeah. So while I'm not playing the game, what I have been doing though is I'm going back and watching the animated movies, the CGI animated movies. So I started with Degeneration, which came out in like 2001, I think. Which we may check out on this show in the future. I'm just saying.
That's the one after Resident Evil 4, right?
I think it's actually before. I think it actually takes place after 2.
Oh, okay.
Because it has Leon and Claire in it.
Yeah. I knew that.
It takes place 7 years after 2. And I believe 4 takes place like 10 years after 2. I could be wrong. I haven't played 4 in forever, so
I don't remember either. The storyline's convoluted.
You're right. So like I was doing some research and like I was like trying to see the actual timeline of everything. And somebody did break down the full timeline, throwing in like Code Veronica and Revelations and the Umbrella Chronicles and all that stuff. I'm like, damn, somebody actually did their work for this. So if I were to recommend anything, go watch all the CGI Resident Evil stuff because they're actually make some sweet CGI movies. Those are pretty good. Because they have the 3 movies. They've got a series over on Netflix, I believe. Also CGI, like it's like a 3 or 4 episode series. I think it's on Netflix. It might be on Prime now. Either way, there's a bunch of Resident Evil content out there. Resident Evil is big at the moment, so you could definitely find stuff if you want to find Resident Evil stuff right now. Plus, coming out in October, there's going to be a brand new Resident Evil live action movie coming out from the director that did Weapons and what's the one other movie that Chuck coming out here? The other one, Barbarian. Thank you.
Barbarian. Yeah.
Sorry.
I blinked over for a minute.
Yeah, yes, I did too. Barbarian. So yeah, like I'm really excited for that one. Can't wait to go see that.
You know what I'm really excited for?
Are you really excited for our next movie?
Yeah. I would just like to point out that Joey yelled at us, but he just rambled for 18 minutes over
you. I never yelled at you guys.
Joey, I do want to say, I don't know why, but I did buy this a Mafex Bane figure. I don't ever remember ordering this, but I'm definitely going to get the Batman one now so I can do this pose on my desk of him breaking his back.
Dude, I'll give you $50 for that.
I think it was like $100-something, Joe.
I'll give you $60 for that.
I don't remember buying this at all. But okay. Sometimes I order stuff in my sleep. It's a whole thing.
Oh, dude, it's great when I get stuff from Kickstarter that I have no idea. It's just
because you kickstarted it like game. 10 years ago.
Well, that too. It's a guessing game for what the hell I actually ordered. So our next movie that we will be watching is a movie I have never heard of. So it'll be fun to watch this movie with you guys. It is called G-Men from Hell.
Oh shit! G-Men from Hell?
You know this movie?
No, I've never fucking heard of this, Joe.
You fucker.
G-Men from Hell?
G-Men from Hell.
Is this part of the Tokyo Gore Police run of like movies? BT Dubs, that definitely made on Getty franchise. We're watching the shit out of those.
I don't think so.
Ron, do you want to come on for Tokyo Gore Police?
Sure.
I don't know.
Dude, you will fucking love it. You've shared most of the clips in the voice chat. You don't even know it.
What the shit?
Okay, yeah, we can find this on Tubi. So, just
it's got an interesting cast. It's got Gary Busey, Tate Donovan, Bobcat Goldthwait, William Forsythe. Yeah, that's what I said. Wow, like
there's no way this is gonna be appropriate.
This is gonna be terrible.
I'm not gonna
be PG-13.
I'm gonna get kicked out of. This is either a 100% me movie, or this is going to be your last strike on ever.
Oh God, it is on Tubi.
Because I will fucking kill myself.
Tubi's the fine one. It's Blue that we hate.
Yeah, no, Tubi's good. Tubi's good. We gotta sit through like maybe 10 minutes of commercials.
Okay, you guys want a synopsis of the movie?
Yeah, next week. Bye.